Number 1. What is the term the speaker uses to refer to the young grandson in the poem? A. Little one. B. Boy-son. C. Grandpa boy. D. Grandson's son. Number 2. What is the main theme explored by the poem regarding the grandfather's identity? A. His professional achievements. B. His current hobbies. C. Tracing his identity through his many grandsons and the sadness of his own childhood. D. His political opinions. Number 3. What specific childhood memory of the grandfather is mentioned that suggests past vulnerability? A. Losing a favorite toy. B. Being sent to school on a different continent at age 6. C. Fighting with his siblings. D. Learning to ride a bicycle. Number 4. What action of the elderly grandfather mirrors the behavior of a young child, symbolizing the reversal of years? A. Running in the garden. B. Needing help with shoelaces and poking out his tongue at food. C. Telling complex stories. D. Reading large books. Number 5. What is the main idea about extreme old age and early childhood? A. They are completely separate and unrelated stages. B. Childhood memories fade completely in old age. C. Extreme old age often mirrors early childhood, creating a deeply empathetic bond between the oldest and youngest generations. D. Grandparents always try to teach their grandsons life lessons. Number 6. Who is the author of the poem Boy Grandad? A. John Lyons. B. Roger Stevens. C. Flora de Falbe. D. Jacob Sam LaRose. Number 7. Who is the poem primarily concerned about achieving a deeper...
7. Who is the poem primarily concerned with achieving a deeper emotional understanding of? A. The speaker's mother. B. The grandson, boy-son. C. The elderly grandfather. D. The grandfather's childhood teachers. Eight. Where did the grandfather have to go at age 6 that caused sadness? A. To a military academy. B. To a children's home. C. To school on a different continent. D. To live with his grandmother. 9. Who are the two characters meeting at opposite ends of life? A. The speaker and the grandfather. B. The grandfather and his teacher. C. The elderly grandfather and his young grandson. D. The speaker and their father. 10. Who is the one attempting to trace the grandfather's identity through memory and reflection? A. The grandson. B. The speaker or narrator. C. The grandfather himself. D. A family historian. 11. Why is the grandfather described as reversing the years? A. He is magically becoming younger. B. He is trying to remember things only. C. He is exhibiting a dependence and vulnerability typically associated with early childhood. D. He is talking about historical events. 12. Why is the grandfather referred to as crossing over? A. He is crossing a street. B. He is growing and advancing from early childhood, meeting the grandfather who is regressing toward that stage. C. He is moving to a new house. D. He is learning to swim. 14. How does the poem illustrate the vulnerability of the grandfather's present state? A. By stating
13. How does the speaker achieve a deeper emotional understanding of the man? A. By listening to his detailed life story. B. By arguing with him about the past. C. By observing his present vulnerability and connecting it to the memory of his sad childhood. D. By reading an old diary. 14. How does the poem illustrate the vulnerability of the grandfather's present state? A. By stating he is constantly crying. B. By mentioning his inability to feed himself completely. C. By noting his need for help with simple tasks like tying shoelaces and rejecting food like a fussy child. D. By describing his financial instability. 15. Why is the connection between the youngest and oldest generations so unique in this poem? A. Because they are the only family members who live together. B. Because they share the same name. C. Because their dependency and developmental stages are seen to converge, bringing their lives full circle. D. Because they both love to play the same games. 16. When does the poem primarily take place? A. During the grandfather's youth. B. Through reflection and memory, focusing on the grandfather's past and present. C. Strictly during a family holiday. D. In the future. 17. What is the cyclical nature of life as shown in the poem? A. That everyone eventually travels to a different continent. B. That grandchildren eventually move away from home. C. The idea that extreme old age developmentally returns to mirror early childhood. D. That grandfathers repeat the same. 18. How does the speaker trace the grandfather's identity over time? A. By analyzing his genetic makeup. B. By following the line of his grandsons and recalling his personal history. C. By looking at a map of the continents he visited. D. By focusing solely on his current appearance. 19. What is the deep emotional bond created by the convergence of the two life stages? A. A sense of competition. B. A feeling of detachment. C. A deeply empathetic bond. D. A need for separation. 20. Why might the title Boy Grandad be used? A. Because the grandfather still acts like a teenage boy. B. Because the grandfather, in his vulnerability, has reverted to a state similar to the young boy-san, he cares for. C. Because the grandfather is a famous Boy Scout. D. Because the grandson is unusually mature.